Purpose of this speech is to persuade, and by the end of this speech, audience members will understand the importance of learning and becoming more familiarized with the arts. The arts bring many positive results to society, such as child improvement in schooling, job opportunities, and social growth and behaviorism. People everywhere will describe themselves as unartistic or untalented. But have you ever stopped to think about just how artistic you really are? Every single career that you grow up to join is artistic in at least one of four ways: visual, literary, performance, or culinary. Simple examples of each of these would be things such as photographs, books, music, and food you eat every day. And these four simple things surround our everyday lives. And just imagine putting more focus on one or more of these arts and see how yourself and your world around you may grow. So, my first is improvement in school. There was a 2-year study done by researchers at Lesley University called Voices from the Field: Teachers' Views on the Relevance of Arts Integration. And they studied the relevance of arts integration in today's educational climate from the perspectives of teachers who completed a graduate program in arts integration at LU. The data was gathered from 204 teachers in 19 different states through a survey, focus group, interviews, and classroom observations. Students at schools with expanded arts education are 20.7% less likely to have a disciplinary infraction, and school engagement increases by about 8% of a standard deviation. This learning improves test scores by 13% of a standard deviation, and positive effects are especially pronounced among English language learners, whose scores improve by 27% of a standard deviation. These studies show that more emphasis on the arts in schools allow teachers to broaden their approach to students and leads to different types of engagement. It provides hands-on experiential learning through arts-based professional development that engenders engagement in the creative process that mirrors the process teachers students will engage in. It allows teachers an avenue for providing dynamics and creative instruction to facilitate deep learning. It enables teachers to differentiate their instruction to meet the needs of all of their learners. And this provides pathways for culturally responsive pedagogy, which recognizes the cultural backgrounds and individuality of all of their students. It also rejuvenates teachers who are on the verge of being burnt out, and renews teachers' commitment to teaching. Therefore, this also leads to student improvement, such as deep learning, increased student ownership, and engagement with academic content. It provides a variety of strategies for accessing content and expressing understanding, creates learning that is culturally responsive and relevant in students' lives. So engaging students in 21st century skills, also including creativity, innovation, and imagination, and also develops empathy, awareness of multiple perspectives, and cultural sensitivity to others. And as we grow up and go through school, we eventually we get to this time where we need to get a job. And there are so many opportunities with these skills, with all the skills that we learn. So I'd say don't be discouraged about trying to find a job you want. It just might take some time. Because there are hundreds of different jobs in several categories. start off with this list of writing or analytical, fashion or textiles, graphic design, spatial design, 3D product design, digital multimedia, photography, fine art, arranging or displaying, organization or people management, and then just be prepared for any other career that will be in some way connected to at least one of the 4 different types of art. And just the ones that I've listed mostly surround visual and some literary, which means this isn't even the beginning of the other job opportunities that are out there. Literary art jobs on their own include just anything with writing or text format, such as books, newspapers, magazines, websites, word designing, journals, posters, signs, and then even the outlines we wrote for these speeches. Next, performance art jobs are constant and expressive and pretty much just live in your radio and on your phone, laptop, television, at a concert you go to, any musical performance. The music, podcasts, shows, and movies we all enjoy are being performed in all sorts of different ways for our pleasure and enjoyment. That is an art. You are creating music. You're creating a show. That is a type of art. And then last, culinary art, because everybody loves food. That has to be an art. And it doesn't matter which way you're preparing, what kind of food you're making. You're experimenting with the food and you're experiencing that culinary art. So life is all about socializing and also how people work with society by using these arts and these things you learn. So from students to adults, engaging in the arts provides people with ways to express that creativity and explore different solutions to different problems. Art forms encourage collaboration between people, which helps to improve their communication and social skills. Working together in groups can also increase empathy and tolerance for diverse viewpoints. People learn to respect other differences that way. Bigger groups, such as a band, if you think of maybe like a concert band, there's a lot of different individuals that come together to make one piece of music. That's a lot of collaboration. It's a lot of hard work. If you go to a kitchen, like a big kitchen, there's a lot of different people doing a lot of different steps to get from A to B and make all of this food for their restaurant. And again, learning a little more about one or a few of the arts is just a very simple and very beneficial way to develop critical thinking skills or to even just think outside the box. And sometimes people need to create something and be told that it's meaningful and tangible to help build that confidence. This action also means people take risks to explore new ideas, which can lead to a greater sense of self-assurance. It expands your imagination and provides a positive outlet to release stress and channel your emotions. So creating things can require anywhere between all or a very little of your focus, depending on the project. Regardless, focus is needed and can aid in improving concentration, memory, and recall. And that focus, you build your focus by learning these different arts. Performance takes a lot of focus. Culinary takes focus. You don't want to chop a finger off. Art takes focus because you got to figure out what you want to put on the paper. And then not visual. That was art. The last one is literary. A lot of grammar rules. Everything you do takes a lot of focus. Really, the effect of the arts on people and everything surrounding our lives is astounding and has aided us throughout the thousands of years we have been alive. This speech focused on all the benefits we gain from even being slightly involved with our artistic sides. First, we discussed improvement in children's learning abilities as well as the teacher's access to expand their teaching capabilities. Second, we discussed the ongoing list of jobs available that are focused on the arts, which is pretty much all of them. And then third, we discussed the social and societal benefits we gain from participating and learning about the four distinct types of artistic styles, which is visual, literary, performance, and culinary. We have, as human beings, have continuously learned things day after day. And we do all this by being artistic in one way or another. Everyone has talent, and that means more talent than anyone really wants to give themselves credit for. Which also means that we have learned so many skills that we may not have even considered them coming from a talent we originally thought we did not have.